What if I told you that beneath the sands of time lie secrets so profound, they could rewrite everything we know about ancient empires? Picture this, a single artifact, buried for thousands of years, holding clues to a civilization's rise and fall. These are not just stories, they are hidden histories, waiting to be uncovered. Today, we're diving into the shadows of the past to reveal 25 astonishing secrets of ancient empires. From lost libraries to mysterious monuments, these tales will challenge what you thought you knew about history. Each secret is a piece of a puzzle, a glimpse into the minds and lives of those who came before us. So, are you ready to step into the unknown? Stay with us, because by the end of this journey, you'll see the ancient world in a whole new light. Let's begin. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most tragic losses in human history, the legendary Library of Alexandria. Imagine a place so vast, it housed nearly 500,000 scrolls, containing the collective knowledge of the ancient world. This wasn't just a library, it was a beacon of learning, a hub where scholars from across the globe gathered to share ideas, debate philosophies, and push the boundaries of science and art. But what happened to this treasure trove of wisdom? The story of its destruction is as mysterious as the knowledge it once held. The library's demise is often attributed to a series of catastrophic events, including fires set during Julius Caesar's siege of Alexandria in 48 BC. However, some historians argue that its decline was more gradual, a result of political neglect, religious conflicts, and even natural disasters. Regardless of how it happened, the loss was monumental. Think about it. Works by some of the greatest minds of antiquity, like Aristotle, Euclid, and Archimedes, vanished into the void. What could we have learned from their lost writings? What groundbreaking ideas might have been preserved? But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Some believe that not all was lost. There are theories that fragments of the library's collection survived, hidden away in secret vaults or smuggled to other parts of the world. Could there be undiscovered scrolls buried beneath the sands of Egypt or tucked away in forgotten archives? The possibility alone is enough to spark the imagination. The cultural and scientific impact of the Library of Alexandria cannot be overstated. It was a symbol of humanity's thirst for knowledge, a place where the boundaries of understanding were constantly pushed. Its loss reminds us of the fragility of knowledge and the importance of preserving it for future generations. And who knows, perhaps one day, a discovery will shed new light on what was truly lost, or what might still be waiting to be found. As we move forward, let's carry this sense of wonder and curiosity into our next mystery, the Great Pyramid of Giza. What secrets does this ancient marvel hold, and how does it connect to the stories we've just uncovered? Stay with us, because the journey is just beginning. Now, let's journey from the lost wisdom of Alexandria to the towering enigma of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Standing as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, this monumental structure has captivated historians, archaeologists, and conspiracy theorists alike. For centuries, it was widely believed that the Great Pyramid served as a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu. But as we dig deeper, the story becomes far more complex and far more fascinating. The precision of the pyramid's construction is nothing short of astonishing. Built over 4,500 years ago, it consists of approximately 2,300,000 stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. The alignment of the pyramid is equally remarkable. Its four sides are almost perfectly oriented to the cardinal directions north, south, east, and west, with an accuracy that baffles modern engineers. How did the ancient Egyptians achieve such precision without the tools and technology we have today? But the mysteries don't end there. The Great Pyramid's design also aligns with celestial bodies. The shafts inside the pyramid point directly to specific stars, such as Sirius and Orion's belt, suggesting a deep connection between the structure and the heavens. Some researchers believe this alignment was intentional, serving as a cosmic map or even a gateway to the afterlife. Yet, the most intriguing theories go beyond the pyramid's role as a tomb or a celestial observatory. Some propose that the Great Pyramid was a massive energy generator, harnessing natural forces like electromagnetic fields or sound waves. The pyramid's unique geometry and materials, such as the granite and limestone used in its construction, are said to amplify these energies. Could the ancient Egyptians have possessed knowledge of advanced technology that we are only beginning to understand? Others suggest that the pyramid was a repository of ancient wisdom, encoded in its measurements and proportions. The mathematical constants embedded in its design, such as the golden ratio and pi, hint at a level of sophistication that challenges our understanding of ancient civilizations. Were the builders of the pyramid not just skilled engineers, but also master mathematicians and astronomers? As we explore these theories, one thing becomes clear: the Great Pyramid of Giza is far more than a tomb. It is a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of an ancient people whose secrets continue to elude us. What was its true purpose? Was it a monument to the divine, a technological marvel, or something else entirely? The answers may lie buried within its ancient stones, waiting to be uncovered. With this sense of mystery still lingering, let's turn our attention to another ancient enigma: the sudden collapse of the Minoan civilization. What caused their downfall, and what can their story teach us about the fragility of even the most advanced societies? Stay with us as the journey into the past grows even more intriguing. Shifting our focus from the towering mysteries of the Great Pyramid, we now turn to the sudden and dramatic collapse of the Minoan civilization, a society that once thrived on the island of Crete. Known for their advanced architecture, vibrant art, and intricate trade networks, the Minoans were a beacon of prosperity in the ancient world. Yet, around 3,600 years ago, their civilization came to an abrupt and puzzling end. What could have caused such a flourishing society to vanish almost overnight? One of the most widely accepted theories points to the catastrophic eruption of the Thera volcano, located on the nearby island of Santorini. This eruption, one of the largest in recorded history, would have unleashed massive tsunamis, earthquakes, and a thick blanket of ash, devastating the Minoan settlements. The destruction of their ports and trade routes would have crippled their economy, leaving them vulnerable to further decline. But was this natural disaster the sole cause of their downfall, or were other forces at play? Some historians suggest that the Minoans faced invasions from outside forces, particularly the Mycenaeans from mainland Greece. Archaeological evidence shows signs of conflict and destruction in Minoan cities around the time of their collapse, hinting at possible warfare. Could the Mycenaeans have taken advantage of the Minoans' weakened state following the volcanic disaster, leading to their ultimate demise? Others propose that internal societal upheaval played a significant role. The Minoans were known for their relatively peaceful an egalitarian society. But as resources dwindled and external pressures mounted, cracks may have begun to form. Social unrest, political instability, or even a breakdown in their religious and cultural systems could have contributed to their collapse. Amidst these theories lies one of the most enduring mysteries of the Minoan civilization, the Phaistos disk. Discovered in the early 20th century, this clay disk is covered in symbols arranged in a spiral pattern, a script that remains undeciphered to this day. Is it a religious text, a historical record, or perhaps a form of ancient code? The disk's purpose and meaning continue to elude scholars, serving as a tantalizing reminder of how much we still don't know about this enigmatic culture. As we piece together the fragments of the Minoan story, one thing is certain: their collapse was not the result of a single event, but a combination of natural disasters, external threats, and internal challenges. Their legacy, however, lives on in their art, architecture, and the enduring mystery of the Phaistos disk. What other secrets might the ruins of Crete hold? With the fall of the Minoans still echoing in our minds, let's journey to the arid plains of Peru, where the Nazca lines stretch across the desert, their purpose as mysterious as the civilization that created them. What could these massive geoglyphs reveal about the people who walked this land thousands of years ago? Stay with us as the story of ancient empires grows even more intriguing. Now let's turn our gaze to the vast desert plains of southern Peru, where the Nazca lines stretch across the landscape like a giant canvas etched into the earth. These enormous geoglyphs, some spanning hundreds of meters, depict animals, plants, and geometric shapes, visible only from high above. Created between 500 BC and 500 AD by the Nazca people, these mysterious designs have puzzled archaeologists and historians for decades. How were they made with such precision, and what purpose did they serve for a civilization that existed over 2,000 years ago? One of the most compelling theories suggests that the Nazca lines had an astronomical purpose. Some researchers believe the geoglyphs align with celestial events, such as solstices or the positions of stars, serving as a kind of ancient calendar or observatory. For a culture deeply connected to the cycles of nature, this would have been a practical way to track time and plan agricultural activities. But could there have been a deeper, more spiritual significance to these alignments? Another intriguing possibility is that the lines were part of ritualistic practices. Some scholars propose that the Nazca people used the geoglyphs in ceremonies, perhaps walking along them as part of religious processions or offerings to their gods. The act of creating and maintaining these massive designs may have been a way to honor deities or seek their favor, especially in a region where water was scarce and survival depended on the whims of nature. Of course, no discussion of the Nazca lines would be complete without mentioning the more speculative theories. Some have suggested that the lines were meant to communicate with extraterrestrial beings, serving as landing strips or signals for visitors from beyond our world. While there's no concrete evidence to support this idea, the sheer scale and precision of the geoglyphs have fueled imaginations and inspired countless debates. Could the Nazca people have been trying to reach out to the stars, or is this simply a modern interpretation of an ancient mystery? Adding to the intrigue is the question of how the Nazca people created these designs without the ability to view them from above. Some researchers believe they used simple tools and careful planning, scaling down their designs and using ropes and stakes to map out the lines on the ground. Others suggest they may have constructed rudimentary hot air balloons or other devices to gain a bird's eye view. Regardless of the method, the result is a testament to their ingenuity and determination. As we ponder the purpose of the Nazca lines, one thing is clear: they are a remarkable achievement of human creativity and engineering. Whether they were meant to connect with the cosmos, honor the divine, or serve some other unknown function, these geoglyphs continue to captivate and inspire. What other secrets might they hold, waiting to be uncovered? With the mysteries of the Nazca lines still lingering in our thoughts, let's journey next to the Indus Valley, where another ancient civilization left behind a puzzle that has yet to be solved, their undeciphered script. What can this enigmatic writing system tell us about their culture and daily life? Stay with us as the story of ancient empires unfolds further. Now, as we leave the enigmatic Nazca lines behind, our journey takes us to the banks of the Indus River, where one of the world's earliest urban civilizations thrived over 4,000 years ago. The Indus Valley Civilization, flourishing between 2600 BC and 1900 BC, was a marvel of its time, boasting advanced city planning, drainage systems, and trade networks. Yet, despite their achievements, one of their greatest mysteries remains unsolved: their undeciphered script. The Indus Valley script, found on thousands of small seals, pottery fragments, and other artifacts, consists of short sequences of symbols, often accompanied by images of animals or human-like figures. To this day, no one has been able to crack the code. What makes this script so challenging is its brevity. Most inscriptions are only a few symbols long, and the lack of a bilingual text, like the Rosetta Stone, which could provide a key to understanding it. Without this, the language of the Indus people remains a tantalizing enigma. What could this script reveal about their society? Some scholars believe it was used for administrative purposes, perhaps to record trade transactions or ownership. Others suggest it may have had a religious or ritualistic function, given the frequent depiction of animals like bulls and unicorns, which may have held symbolic significance. The truth is, we simply don't know, but the absence of monumental inscriptions or lengthy texts raises intriguing questions. Did the Indus people prioritize practicality over grand displays of power, or was their writing system simply not suited for large-scale documentation? Another striking feature of the Indus Valley civilization is the lack of monumental architecture, such as palaces or temples, that we see in other ancient cultures like Egypt or Mesopotamia. Instead, their cities were marked by uniformity and efficiency, with standardized brick sizes, grid-like street layouts, and sophisticated water management systems. This suggests a society that valued equality and collective well-being over the glorification of rulers or gods. Could this egalitarian approach be reflected in their script as well? The mystery of the Indus script is more than just a linguistic puzzle. It's a window into a civilization that challenges our assumptions about ancient societies. Without the ability to read their words, we're left to piece together their story through the artifacts they left behind. What were their daily lives like? How did they govern themselves? And why did their civilization decline so abruptly around 1900 BC? As we ponder these questions, one thing is certain: the Indus Valley civilization was far ahead of its time, and their undeciphered script is a reminder of how much we still have to learn about the ancient world. With this mystery still lingering, let's turn our attention to another marvel of antiquity, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Were they a real wonder of the ancient world, or merely a legend passed down through the ages? The answers await as we continue our exploration. Now, shifting our gaze from the enigmatic Indus Valley, we arrive at one of the most debated wonders of the ancient world, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Described as a lush, terraced paradise rising above the desert, the gardens have long captured the imagination of historians and dreamers alike. But did they truly exist, or are they merely a legend woven into the fabric of ancient storytelling? The Hanging Gardens are famously listed among the 7 wonders of the ancient world, yet unlike the Great Pyramid or the Colossus of Rhodes, there's no definitive archaeological evidence to confirm their existence. Ancient texts, particularly those written by Greek historians like Strabo and Diodorus Siculus, describe the gardens in vivid detail. They speak of towering terraces filled with exotic plants, supported by intricate irrigation systems that drew water from the Euphrates River. According to legend, the gardens were built by King Nebuchadnezzar II in the 6th century BC as a gift to his wife, Amytis, who longed for the green hills of her homeland. However, not all accounts align. Some historians argue that the gardens may have been a poetic exaggeration or even a case of mistaken identity. For instance, the Assyrian city of Nineveh, with its advanced aqueducts and lush royal gardens, has been proposed as a possible inspiration for the legend. Adding to the mystery, Babylonian records from Nebuchadnezzar's reign make no mention of the gardens, leaving scholars to question whether they were ever built at all. Modern archaeology has yet to uncover conclusive proof of the gardens' existence. Excavations in Babylon, located in present-day Iraq, have revealed impressive structures like the Ishtar Gate and the city's massive walls, but no trace of the legendary terraced gardens. Some researchers suggest that if the gardens did exist, they may have been destroyed by natural disasters or eroded over time, leaving no physical evidence behind. Others propose that the gardens were not in Babylon at all, but in another location, such as Nineveh or even Susa, further complicating the search. The engineering required to create such a marvel is another point of fascination. Ancient texts describe a complex system of screws, pumps, and aqueducts that would have been needed to transport water to the garden's upper levels. If the gardens were real, they would have represented a staggering feat of engineering, rivaling even the pyramids in their ingenuity. Yet, without physical evidence, these descriptions remain speculative, leaving us to wonder how much of the story is fact and how much is fiction. The debate over the Hanging Gardens of Babylon is more than just an academic exercise. It's a reminder of how history and myth often intertwine. Whether they were a real wonder or a product of ancient imagination, the gardens continue to inspire awe and curiosity. As we ponder their existence, we're reminded that some mysteries of the ancient world may never be fully solved, leaving us to marvel at the stories they've left behind. With the allure of Babylon's gardens still lingering, let's turn our attention to another ancient marvel shrouded in mystery, the terracotta army of China. What secrets lie buried beneath the earth with these silent soldiers? The answers await as we continue our journey through the hidden histories of ancient empires. Now, as we leave the enigmatic gardens of Babylon behind, we journey eastward to the heart of ancient China, where an army of silent soldiers guards secrets buried for over 2,000 years. The Terracotta Army, discovered in the 1970s near the city of Xi'an, is one of the most astonishing archaeological finds of the modern era. But what lies beneath the surface of this vast underground army, and what drove the first emperor of China to create such a monumental legacy? The Terracotta Army was built to accompany Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China, into the afterlife. Qin Shi Huang, who ruled in the 3rd century BC, was a man consumed by the pursuit of immortality. His reign marked the beginning of imperial China, but it was also defined by his obsession with eternal life. The emperor spent much of his life searching for elixirs and potions that would grant him immortality, and when those efforts failed, he turned his attention to creating a grand mausoleum that would ensure his power and protection in the afterlife. The Terracotta Army was just one part of this sprawling necropolis, designed to serve him in death as his real army had in life. The scale of the Terracotta Army is staggering. Thousands of life-sized clay soldiers, each with unique facial features, stand in battle formation, accompanied by horses, chariots, and weapons. The level of detail is extraordinary. No two soldiers are exactly alike, suggesting that they were modeled after real individuals. This attention to detail raises intriguing questions about the purpose of the army. Were these soldiers meant to protect the emperor in the afterlife, or were they a symbolic representation of his power and authority, meant to awe both the living and the dead? But the mysteries of the Terracotta Army go beyond its visible grandeur. Archaeologists believe that the tomb complex extends far beyond what has been uncovered so far. The main burial chamber of Qin Shi Huang remains unexcavated, protected by both the Chinese government and the challenges of preserving such a delicate site. Ancient texts describe the tomb as a microcosm of the emperor's empire, complete with rivers of mercury and a ceiling adorned with stars. Modern scientific surveys have detected high levels of mercury in the soil, lending credibility to these ancient accounts. Could the tomb hold even more secrets, such as undiscovered chambers filled with treasures or further evidence of the emperor's quest for immortality? The creation of the Terracotta Army itself is a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of ancient China. The process of crafting and assembling thousands of clay figures required an unprecedented level of organization and skill. Each soldier was made using a combination of molds and hand-carved details, then fired in kilns and painted in vibrant colors. The logistics of transporting and arranging these figures in precise military formations would have been a monumental task, reflecting the emperor's determination to leave a lasting legacy. Yet, despite the grandeur of the Terracotta Army, it also serves as a reminder of the emperor's darker side. Qin Shi Huang's reign was marked by ruthless policies, including the burning of books and the persecution of scholars. His obsession with immortality and his fear of death drove him to extreme measures, and the construction of his mausoleum came at a tremendous cost to the people of his empire. The Terracotta Army, while a marvel of ancient engineering, is also a symbol of the human cost of one man's ambition. As we stand in awe of the Terracotta Army, we're left with more questions than answers. What other secrets lie hidden beneath the earth, waiting to be discovered? And what drove Qin Shi Huang to such lengths in his quest for eternal life? The answers may lie buried with the emperor himself, in a tomb that has yet to reveal its full story. With the mysteries of the Terracotta Army still echoing in our minds, let's turn our attention to another ancient wonder, the colossal stone heads of the Olmec civilization. What do these enigmatic sculptures tell us about one of the earliest cultures of Mesoamerica. The journey continues as we uncover more secrets of the ancient world. Now shifting our gaze to the lush landscapes of ancient Mesoamerica, we encounter one of the most striking mysteries of the Olmec civilization, the colossal stone heads. These towering sculptures, some weighing as much as 20 tons, stand as silent sentinels of a culture that flourished over 3,000 years ago. But who were the Olmecs, and what compelled them to create these monumental works of art? The Olmec civilization, often referred to as the mother culture of Mesoamerica, thrived in what is now southern Mexico from around 1200 to 400 BC. They are credited with laying the foundations for many of the cultural and artistic traditions that would later define civilizations like the Maya and the Aztecs. Among their most enduring legacies are the colossal heads, carved from massive basalt boulders and scattered across their heartland. To date, 17 of these heads have been discovered, each one a unique masterpiece of ancient craftsmanship. The sheer size and weight of the heads raise immediate questions about how the Olmecs achieved such feats of engineering. The basalt used to carve the heads was sourced from quarries located dozens of miles away, requiring the transportation of these enormous stones across challenging terrain. Without the use of wheels or draft animals, the Olmecs likely relied on a combination of log rollers, ropes, and sheer human effort to move the boulders. Once at their destination, skilled artisans would have used stone tools to meticulously carve the heads, a process that would have taken months, if not years, to complete. But what do these colossal heads represent? Most scholars believe they depict Olmec rulers or powerful leaders, each one immortalized in stone as a symbol of their authority and divine connection. The faces are strikingly lifelike, with distinct features such as broad noses, full lips, and headdresses that may signify rank or status. Some theories suggest that the heads were meant to honor deceased rulers, serving as both memorials and reminders of their enduring influence. Others propose that they were part of ritual practices, perhaps used in ceremonies to invoke the spirits of ancestors or gods. The cultural significance of the colossal heads extends beyond their physical presence. They offer a glimpse into the Olmec worldview, where rulers were seen as intermediaries between the human and divine realms. The heads may also reflect the Olmec's emphasis on communal labor and collective identity, as the construction of such monuments would have required the coordination of entire communities. In this way, the heads are not just individual portraits, but symbols of a society united in purpose and ambition. Yet, despite their grandeur, the colossal heads also hint at the challenges faced by the Olmec civilization. The resources and labor required to create these sculptures would have placed significant demands on the population, possibly contributing to social tensions or environmental strain. Over time, the Olmec's influence waned, and their cities were abandoned, leaving the heads as enduring reminders of a once thriving culture. As we marvel at the Olmec colossal heads, we are reminded of the ingenuity and creativity of ancient civilizations. These sculptures are more than just stone. They are windows into a world where art, power, and spirituality were deeply intertwined. What other secrets might the Olmecs have left behind, waiting to be uncovered? The answers lie buried in the jungles of Mesoamerica, where the echoes of an ancient civilization still resonate. With the mysteries of the Olmec heads still fresh in our minds, let's journey further into the ancient world, where another enigmatic artifact awaits the Antikythera mechanism. What secrets does this ancient Greek device hold, and how does it challenge our understanding of ancient technology? The exploration continues as we uncover more hidden histories. Now, as we turn our attention to the shores of 16th century North America, we encounter one of history's most enduring mysteries, the disappearance of the Roanoke colony. Known as the Lost Colony, this settlement, established in 1587, vanished without a trace, leaving behind only cryptic clues and unanswered questions. What happened to the 117 men, women, and children who called Roanoke home? The theories are as varied as they are fascinating. The story begins with Sir Walter Raleigh, an English explorer who sought to establish a permanent settlement in the New World. The first attempt in 1585 ended in failure, but the second group of settlers arrived 2 years later, led by John White. Life on Roanoke was challenging, with limited supplies and strained relations with local native tribes. When supplies ran dangerously low, White returned to England for reinforcements, leaving behind his daughter, son-in-law, and granddaughter Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. White's return to England coincided with the outbreak of war with Spain, delaying his journey back to Roanoke for 3 years. When he finally returned in 1590, he found the colony abandoned. The only clues were the word Croatoan carved into a post and crow etched into a tree. These markings suggested the settlers might have relocated to Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island, or sought refuge with the Croatoan tribe. But no definitive evidence of their fate has ever been found. One prevailing theory is that the settlers integrated with local native tribes, such as the Croatoan or the Lumbee. Some accounts from later European settlers describe encounters with native people who spoke English or had European features, hinting at possible assimilation. Others suggest that disease, famine, or conflict with neighboring tribes led to the colony's demise. The harsh realities of survival in an unfamiliar land could have overwhelmed the settlers, leaving no survivors to tell their story. Yet the mystery deepens with more speculative explanations. Some have proposed that supernatural forces or curses played a role in the colony's disappearance. The eerie silence surrounding Roanoke has fueled legends of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena, adding a layer of intrigue to an already baffling event. While these theories lack concrete evidence, they reflect the enduring fascination with the lost colony and the human desire to make sense of the unknown. The disappearance of Roanoke remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, a puzzle that continues to captivate historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of early colonial efforts and the complexities of cultural encounters in the New World. What truly happened to the settlers of Roanoke? The answer may lie buried in the sands of time, waiting for the right discovery to bring their story to light. As we leave the haunting mystery of Roanoke behind, our journey through the ancient world takes us to the shores of ancient Greece, where another astonishing artifact awaits, the Antikythera mechanism. What secrets does this ancient device hold, and how does it challenge our understanding of ancient technology? The exploration continues as we uncover more hidden histories. Now, as we journey from the enigmatic shores of Roanoke to the sunlit waters of the Aegean Sea, we uncover a marvel that defies the expectations of ancient technology, the Antikythera mechanism. Discovered in a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera in 1901, This intricate device has puzzled historians and scientists for over a century. Often referred to as the world's first analog computer, the Antikythera mechanism is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Greek engineering. The mechanism, dating back to around 150 to 100 BCE, is a complex assembly of bronze gears and dials housed in a wooden case. When researchers first examined the corroded fragments, they struggled to comprehend its purpose. However, advanced imaging techniques and decades of study have revealed that this device was far ahead of its time. The Antikythera mechanism was designed to predict astronomical positions, eclipses, and even the cycles of the Olympic Games. It could track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets with remarkable precision, serving as both a calendar and an astronomical tool. What makes the Antikythera mechanism truly extraordinary is its level of sophistication. The device features a differential gear, a component previously thought to have been invented in the 16th century. This innovation allowed the mechanism to account for the irregular motions of celestial bodies, showcasing a depth of knowledge that challenges our assumptions about ancient technological capabilities. The craftsmanship required to create such a device suggests a highly skilled workforce and a society that valued scientific inquiry. The purpose of the Antikythera mechanism remains a subject of debate. Some scholars believe it was used for educational or philosophical purposes, helping ancient Greeks understand the cosmos. Others suggest it had practical applications, such as aiding navigation or planning religious festivals. Regardless of its exact use, the mechanism highlights the advanced state of Greek astronomy and engineering, offering a glimpse into a world where science and art were deeply intertwined. The discovery of the Antikythera mechanism forces us to reconsider the timeline of technological progress. How did the ancient Greeks develop such a sophisticated device without the tools and knowledge we associate with modern engineering? The answer may lie in the collaborative nature of ancient scholarship, where knowledge was shared across cultures and disciplines. The mechanism serves as a reminder that history is full of surprises, and our understanding of the past is constantly evolving. As we marvel at the ingenuity of the Antikythera mechanism, we are reminded that the ancient world was far more advanced than we often give it credit for. This extraordinary device not only challenges our perceptions of ancient technology, but also inspires us to explore the hidden depths of history. What other secrets might lie buried beneath the waves or hidden in the sands of time? The journey continues as we uncover more astonishing stories from the ancient world. Now, as we leave behind the intricate gears of the Antikythera mechanism, we step into the shadowy realm of one of history's most perplexing mysteries, the Voynich manuscript. This enigmatic book, named after the Polish book dealer Wilfrid Voynich, who acquired it in 1912, has baffled scholars, cryptographers, and linguists for over a century. Written in an unknown script and adorned with bizarre illustrations of plants, celestial diagrams, and human figures, the Voynich manuscript is a puzzle that refuses to be solved. The manuscript itself is believed to date back to the early 15th century, based on carbon dating of its vellum pages. Yet, despite its age, no one has been able to decipher its text or fully understand its purpose. The writing system, often referred to as Voynichese, consists of around 20 to 30 unique characters arranged in a way that resembles a language, but it doesn't match any known alphabet or cipher. The illustrations are equally mysterious, depicting plants that don't correspond to any known species, intricate astronomical charts, and scenes of women bathing in what appear to be interconnected pools of green liquid. One of the most intriguing theories about the Voynich manuscript is that it was created as a form of encoded knowledge, possibly by an alchemist or a secretive scholar. Some believe it contains herbal remedies, astronomical observations, or even a guide to an unknown spiritual practice. Others argue that it might be an elaborate hoax, designed to deceive or confuse. However, the complexity and consistency of the text suggest that it was created with a genuine purpose, even if that purpose remains hidden from us. Over the years, countless attempts have been made to decode the manuscript, from medieval scholars to modern computer algorithms. In the 1970s, a team of researchers claimed to have identified patterns in the text that resembled natural language, but their findings were inconclusive. More recently, artificial intelligence has been employed to analyze the manuscript, with some suggesting that it might be written in an extinct language or a highly sophisticated cipher. Despite these efforts, the Voynich manuscript continues to guard its secrets, leaving us with more questions than answers. What makes the Voynich manuscript so captivating is not just its undecipherable text, but the sheer mystery surrounding its creation. Who wrote it and why? Was it meant to preserve knowledge, convey a hidden message, or simply serve as a work of art? The manuscript's enduring enigma reminds us that there are still corners of history that resist explanation, inviting us to keep searching for the truth. As we ponder the mysteries of the Voynich manuscript, we are reminded that the past is full of stories waiting to be uncovered. This strange and beautiful book challenges our understanding of history, language, and human creativity, urging us to look beyond the familiar and embrace the unknown. What other secrets might lie hidden in the pages of forgotten manuscripts, waiting for the right mind to unlock their meaning? The journey into the unknown continues as we uncover more astonishing tales from the ancient world. Now, shifting our gaze from the cryptic pages of the Voynich manuscript, we journey to the remote and windswept shores of Easter Island, home to one of the most iconic and mysterious wonders of the ancient world, the Moai statues. These towering stone figures, carved with striking human features, have stood as silent sentinels for centuries, their origins and purpose shrouded in mystery. How did a small, isolated community create and transport these massive statues, some weighing as much as 80 tons? And what do they tell us about the rise and fall of the civilization that built them? The Moai statues, numbering nearly 900, were carved from volcanic rock found in the Rono-Roroku quarry, a site that still bears the scars of their creation. Each statue was meticulously crafted using stone tools, a process that would have required immense skill, patience, and labor. But the real mystery lies in how these colossal figures were transported across the island, some traveling distances of up to 11 miles. Theories abound, from the use of wooden sleds and ropes to the idea that the statues were walked upright by rocking them back and forth. While modern experiments have demonstrated the feasibility of these methods, the exact techniques used by the Rapa Nui people remain a subject of debate. Beyond their physical creation, the Moai statues hold deep cultural significance. They are believed to represent deified ancestors, serving as a link between the living and the spiritual world. Placed on ceremonial platforms called ohu, the statues faced inland, watching over the communities they were meant to protect. Some Moai were even adorned with red stone hats, known as pukao, adding to their imposing presence. These statues were not just works of art, but symbols of power, lineage, and connection to the divine. However, the story of Easter Island is also one of ecological collapse. The island, once covered in lush palm forests, was gradually stripped of its resources as the Rapa Nui population grew. Trees were felled to create tools, build canoes, and transport the moai, leading to deforestation and soil erosion. This environmental degradation, combined with overpopulation and social unrest, is thought to have contributed to the civilization's decline. By the time European explorers arrived in the 18th century, the island's population had dwindled, and many of the moai had been toppled, their ohu platforms left in ruins. The moai statues stand as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition, but they also serve as a cautionary tale about the consequences of environmental mismanagement. What drove the Rapa Nui people to invest so much effort into these monumental creations, even as their island's resources dwindled? Were the moai a source of unity or division in their society? As we ponder these questions, we are reminded of the delicate balance between human ambition and the natural world, a lesson that resonates far beyond the shores of Easter Island. With the mysteries of the moai still echoing in our minds, we turn our attention to another ancient wonder hidden beneath the surface of the earth, the tunnels of Teotihuacan. What secrets lie buried in these subterranean passages, and what do they reveal about one of Mesoamerica's greatest civilizations? The journey into the unknown continues as we uncover more astonishing tales from the ancient world. Now, as we leave the windswept shores of Easter Island behind, we descend into the depths of another ancient marvel, the hidden tunnels beneath Teotihuacan. This sprawling Mesoamerican city, known for its towering pyramids and intricate urban planning, holds secrets not just above ground, but below it as well. Beneath the Pyramid of the Sun and the Temple of the Feathered Serpent lies a labyrinth of tunnels, their purpose and significance only recently coming to light. These underground passages, discovered in the early 2000s, were not mere storage spaces or escape routes. Instead, they appear to have been central to the spiritual and ceremonial life of Teotihuacan. Archaeologists believe the tunnels were designed to represent the underworld, a realm deeply intertwined with the beliefs of the ancient inhabitants. For the people of Teotihuacan, the underworld was not a place of fear, but a sacred space where life, death, and rebirth were eternally connected. The tunnels, with their carefully constructed chambers and symbolic offerings, served as a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Among the most remarkable finds within these tunnels are the thousands of artifacts left as offerings. These include intricately carved figurines, pottery, and even remnants of precious materials like jade and obsidian. One of the most striking discoveries was a cache of liquid mercury, a substance believed to symbolize water or the flow of life in Mesoamerican cosmology. These treasures were not randomly placed, but carefully arranged to reflect the spiritual beliefs of the Teotihuacanos, suggesting that the tunnels were used for rituals honoring the gods and the ancestors. The tunnels also reveal the advanced engineering skills of the Teotihuacanos. The passages were dug deep into the earth, with walls reinforced to prevent collapse, and some sections were even adorned with murals depicting deities and mythological scenes. The precision and care taken in their construction highlight the importance of these spaces in the city's religious and cultural life. It's clear that the tunnels were not an afterthought, but a deliberate and integral part of Teotihuacan's sacred landscape. But what does all this tell us about the people who built and used these tunnels? For one, it underscores their deep connection to the cosmos and their belief in the cyclical nature of existence. The tunnels were not just physical spaces, but spiritual ones, designed to facilitate communication with the divine and ensure the continuity of life. They also reveal a society that invested immense resources into honoring their gods and ancestors, suggesting a culture deeply rooted in ritual and tradition. As we emerge from the shadows of Teotihuacan's tunnels, we are left with a profound sense of awe at the ingenuity and spirituality of this ancient civilization. These hidden passages remind us that the past is not always visible at first glance. Sometimes, the most profound secrets lie beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. And with that, we turn our attention to another enigmatic chapter in the annals of ancient history, the curse of the pharaohs. What truths lie behind the legends, and how did they shape the world's fascination with ancient Egypt? The journey continues as we unravel more mysteries from the ancient world. Now, as we step away from the shadowy tunnels of Teotihuacan, we find ourselves drawn to the golden sands of Egypt, where another ancient mystery awaits, the curse of the pharaohs. This legendary curse, said to protect the tombs of Egypt's rulers, has captured the imagination of the world for centuries. But where did this idea come from? And is there any truth behind the tales of doom that followed those who dared disturb the resting places of the dead? The story of the curse of the pharaohs gained widespread attention in the early 20th century, following the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. When British archaeologist Howard Carter and his team unearthed the tomb of the young pharaoh, they uncovered not only treasures of unimaginable wealth, but also a series of strange and tragic events that would fuel the legend of the curse. Shortly after the tomb was opened, Lord Carnarvon, the financial backer of the expedition, died under mysterious circumstances. His death, attributed to an infected mosquito bite, was followed by the untimely passing of several others connected to the discovery. Newspapers of the time were quick to sensationalize these events, claiming that the curse of Tutankhamun had claimed its first victims. But what exactly was this curse, and why did it strike such fear into the hearts of so many? The idea of a curse protecting the tombs of the pharaohs was not entirely new. Ancient Egyptians believed in the sanctity of the afterlife and the importance of preserving the bodies and possessions of the dead. Inscriptions found in some tombs warned against disturbing the resting places of the deceased, often invoking the wrath of the gods. However, these warnings were likely intended to deter grave robbers rather than to serve as supernatural threats. The modern concept of the curse, with its dramatic tales of death and misfortune, seems to have been largely a creation of the media, fueled by the public's fascination with the exotic and the unknown. Despite the sensationalism, some have argued that there may be a scientific explanation for the so-called curse. One theory suggests that the ancient tombs contained harmful bacteria or mold spores that could have caused illness or even death to those who entered. Another possibility is that the deaths were simply coincidental, a tragic series of events amplified by the power of suggestion. Whatever the truth, the curse of the pharaohs remains one of the most enduring mysteries of ancient Egypt, a blend of history, myth, and human imagination. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb also revealed the incredible artistry and craftsmanship of ancient Egypt. The treasures found within golden masks, intricate jewelry, and beautifully preserved artifacts offer a glimpse into the life and beliefs of a civilization that thrived thousands of years ago. Yet it is the curse that continues to capture our attention, a reminder of the power of storytelling and the allure of the unknown. As we leave the sands of Egypt behind, we are reminded that the past is not always what it seems. The curse of the pharaohs, whether real or imagined, invites us to explore the boundaries between history and legend, science and superstition. And with that, we turn our gaze to another ancient enigma, the lost city of Atlantis. What truths lie beneath the waves, and why does this mythical city continue to fascinate us? The journey into the mysteries of the ancient world continues. Now, as we turn our attention from the sands of Egypt to the depths of the ocean, we find ourselves drawn to one of the most enduring legends of all time, the lost city of Atlantis. This mythical island, first mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, has captivated imaginations for over 2,000 years. But what exactly is the story of Atlantis, and why does it continue to fascinate us to this day? According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time. He described it as a utopia, rich in resources and ruled by a confederation of kings. The Atlanteans were said to have built a magnificent city with concentric rings of water and land, connected by bridges and canals, but their prosperity was short-lived. Plato claimed that Atlantis fell out of favor with the gods due to its people's arrogance and greed, leading to its catastrophic destruction in a single day and night of earthquakes and floods. The island sank into the ocean, vanishing without a trace. While Plato's account is often considered a moral allegory, many have wondered if there is a kernel of truth behind the myth. Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged about the possible real-world inspirations for Atlantis. Some scholars suggest that the story could have been inspired by the volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, now known as Santorini, around 1600 BC. This catastrophic event devastated the Minoan civilization, which thrived on nearby Crete, and its aftermath could have influenced ancient tales of a lost city. Others propose that Atlantis might have been inspired by the Tartessos civilization in southern Spain, or even the ancient city of Helike, which was destroyed by an earthquake and tsunami in 373 BC. Modern theories about Atlantis's location are just as varied and intriguing. Some researchers point to the Azores in the Atlantic Ocean, while others suggest locations as far-flung as Antarctica, the Caribbean, or even the Sahara Desert. The idea of a technologically advanced ancient civilization has also fueled speculation about Atlantis being connected to extraterrestrial beings or lost ancient technologies. While these theories remain speculative, they highlight the enduring allure of Atlantis as a symbol of mystery and human ambition. Beyond its possible real-world origins, the myth of Atlantis has had a profound cultural impact. It has inspired countless works of literature, art, and film, from Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to modern blockbusters like Aquaman. The story of Atlantis resonates with our fascination for lost worlds and the idea of a golden age that was tragically lost. It also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and the fragility of human achievements. As we reflect on the legend of Atlantis, we are reminded that some mysteries are not meant to be solved. They exist to spark our curiosity. challenge our understanding of history, and inspire us to explore the unknown. And with that, we move forward to another ancient enigma, the Baghdad Battery. What secrets does this mysterious artifact hold, and what does it reveal about the ingenuity of ancient civilizations? The journey into the mysteries of the ancient world continues. Now, shifting our focus from the depths of the ocean to the sands of ancient Mesopotamia, we encounter another fascinating mystery, the Baghdad Battery. This peculiar artifact, discovered in the 1930s near the modern-day city of Baghdad, has sparked decades of debate among archaeologists and historians. At first glance, it appears to be a simple clay jar, but its contents tell a far more intriguing story. Inside the jar, researchers found a copper cylinder, an iron rod, and traces of an acidic substance, such as vinegar or wine. When reconstructed, these components resemble the basic elements of a primitive battery, capable of generating a small electric charge. The discovery of the Baghdad Battery raises a compelling question. Could ancient civilizations have understood and harnessed electricity over 2,000 years ago? While the idea may seem far-fetched, some researchers believe that the artifact was indeed used for electroplating, a process that involves coating one metal with another using an electric current. For example, it's possible that the battery was used to apply a thin layer of gold or silver onto jewelry or ceremonial objects, a practice that would have held both practical and symbolic significance. However, not everyone is convinced. Skeptics argue that the artifact's design is too rudimentary to have been an effective battery, and its true purpose may have been more mundane, such as storing scrolls or holding sacred liquids for religious rituals. The implications of the Baghdad Battery are profound. If it was indeed a functional device, it would challenge our understanding of ancient technological capabilities. It would suggest that societies in the ancient world were far more advanced than we typically give them credit for, potentially possessing knowledge that was lost or forgotten over time. On the other hand, if the artifact served a different purpose, it still offers valuable insights into the ingenuity and creativity of ancient cultures. Whether it was a tool for science, a religious object, or something else entirely, the Baghdad Battery remains a testament to the enduring mysteries of the past. As we ponder the possibilities, it's worth noting that the Baghdad Battery is not an isolated example of ancient ingenuity. From the Antikythera mechanism to the precision of the Great Pyramid, the ancient world is filled with artifacts that defy easy explanation. These discoveries remind us that history is far more complex and fascinating than we often assume, and that there is still much to learn about the achievements of our ancestors. With that in mind, we turn our attention to another enigmatic structure, the Sphinx and the hidden chambers that may lie beneath it. What secrets does this iconic monument hold, and what might they reveal about the ancient world? The journey into the unknown continues. Now, as we move from the mysteries of ancient technology to the sands of Egypt, we find ourselves standing before one of the most iconic and enigmatic monuments in human history, the Great Sphinx of Giza. This colossal statue, with the body of a lion and the head of a human, has guarded the Giza plateau for thousands of years, silently watching over the pyramids and the secrets they hold. But what lies beneath this ancient sentinel? For centuries, rumors and theories have swirled about hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx, chambers that could hold the key to lost knowledge from a forgotten age. One of the most intriguing theories suggests that beneath the Sphinx lies a vast underground complex known as the Hall of Records. According to this idea, the Hall of Records contains ancient texts, artifacts, and wisdom from a civilization far older than Egypt itself. Some believe this knowledge was preserved by the ancient Egyptians, who built the Sphinx as a guardian to protect it. The concept of the Hall of Records has been popularized by various researchers and authors, who point to ancient texts and modern archaeological surveys as evidence. For example, seismic studies conducted in the 1980s and 90s detected anomalies beneath the Sphinx, suggesting the presence of hollow spaces or tunnels. Could these be the entrance to the Hall of Records? Another theory ties the Sphinx to the lost civilization of Atlantis. Proponents of this idea argue that the Sphinx is far older than mainstream archaeology suggests, dating back to a time when Atlantis thrived. They believe that the Sphinx and its hidden chambers hold clues about this advanced civilization, including its technology, philosophy, and ultimate downfall. While this theory remains controversial, it adds another layer of mystery to the Sphinx and its possible connection to ancient, forgotten knowledge. Of course, not all researchers agree on the existence of hidden chambers or their significance. Some argue that the anomalies detected beneath the Sphinx could be natural formations or the result of ancient quarrying activities. They caution against jumping to conclusions without definitive evidence. Yet, even skeptics acknowledge that the Sphinx continues to hold secrets. Its weathered face and eroded body raise questions about its age and the forces that shaped it over millennia. Could erosion patterns suggest that the Sphinx is much older than previously thought, or do they simply reflect the harsh desert environment? The allure of the Sphinx lies not only in its physical presence, but also in the questions it inspires. What was its original purpose? Who built it, and why? And most importantly, what might still lie hidden beneath its pores? Whether the Hall of Records exists or not, the Sphinx remains a symbol of humanity's enduring quest for knowledge and understanding. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and explore the depths of our past, reminding us that history is not always what it seems. As we leave the Sphinx and its mysteries behind, we turn our attention to another ancient enigma, the Mayan civilization and their intricate calendar system. What secrets did the Mayans encode in their calculations, and how did they perceive the passage of time? The journey into the unknown continues as we uncover more of the ancient world's hidden histories. Now, shifting our gaze from the sands of Egypt to the dense jungles of Central America, we encounter one of the most fascinating and misunderstood achievements of the ancient world, the Mayan calendar. Renowned for its precision and complexity, the Mayan long count calendar has captivated scholars and enthusiasts alike, not only for its mathematical brilliance, but also for the myths and prophecies that surround it. At the heart of this fascination lies the infamous 2012 prophecy, a date that sparked global speculation about the end of the world. But what did the Mayans truly intend to convey with their calendar, and how did their understanding of time and astronomy shape their civilization? The Mayan long count calendar is a masterpiece of ancient astronomy and mathematics. Unlike the Gregorian calendar we use today, which is based on the solar year, the Mayan system was a combination of multiple cycles, each tracking different periods of time. The most well-known of these is the long count, which measures time in units called baktons, each equivalent to about 394 years. According to the long count, the cycle that began in August of 3114 BC, was set to end on December 21st, 2012. This date became the center of countless theories, with many interpreting it as a prediction of global catastrophe. However, this interpretation is a profound misunderstanding of the Mayan worldview. For the Mayans, the end of a calendar cycle was not a cause for fear, but a moment of renewal. They believed that time was cyclical, with each era giving way to the next in an endless loop of creation and transformation. The completion of one cycle and the beginning of another was seen as an opportunity for rebirth, not destruction. The 2012 prophecy, as it came to be known, was largely a modern invention, fueled by sensationalism and a lack of understanding of Mayan culture. In reality, the Mayans themselves left no evidence to suggest they believed the world would end on that date. Instead, their inscriptions and texts emphasize continuity and the enduring nature of time. What makes the Mayan calendar truly remarkable is the civilization's advanced understanding of astronomy. The Mayans were meticulous observers of the heavens, tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and planets with extraordinary accuracy. Their calendar systems were designed to align with celestial events, such as solstices and equinoxes, and even predict eclipses. This knowledge was not just academic, it was deeply intertwined with their religion, agriculture, and daily life. The Mayans used their astronomical expertise to plan ceremonies, determine planting seasons, and even guide political decisions. Their ability to predict celestial phenomena with such precision is a testament to their intellectual and cultural sophistication. Despite the misinterpretation of the 2012 prophecy, the Mayan calendar remains a powerful symbol of their ingenuity and connection to the cosmos. It challenges us to reconsider our own relationship with time and the natural world. While the hype surrounding 2012 has faded, the legacy of the Mayan calendar endures, reminding us of the profound wisdom of ancient civilizations and their ability to perceive patterns in the universe that still elude us today. As we leave the mysteries of the Mayan calendar behind, we turn our attention to another ancient enigma, the controversial practice of child sacrifice in Carthage. What drove this civilization to such extreme rituals, and what can archaeology tell us about their beliefs and society? The journey into the hidden histories of ancient empires continues as we uncover more secrets from the past. Now, as we step into the shadows of ancient Carthage, we confront one of the most unsettling and debated practices of the ancient world, child sacrifice. This controversial ritual has long been a subject of intense scrutiny, with historians and archaeologists divided over its true nature and extent. What drove the Carthaginians to such extreme measures, and how do we separate fact from the sensationalized accounts passed down through history? The practice of child sacrifice in Carthage is primarily documented through ancient texts and archaeological findings. Greek and Roman writers, often hostile to Carthage, described these rituals in graphic detail, claiming that the Carthaginians offered their firstborn children to the gods in times of crisis. These accounts, however, must be approached with caution, as they were written by enemies of Carthage and may have been exaggerated to vilify their rivals. The archaeological evidence, on the other hand, paints a more complex picture. Excavations in Carthage have uncovered large burial sites known as tophets, where the remains of infants and young children were found alongside animal bones and votive offerings. These sites have sparked heated debates among scholars. Some argue that the presence of animal remains suggests that animal sacrifices were more common, and that the child burials may have been the result of natural deaths or stillbirths. Others, however, point to inscriptions found at these sites, which mention offerings to the gods, as evidence that child sacrifice was indeed practiced. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence comes from the analysis of the remains themselves. Studies of the bones have revealed that many of the children were between the ages of 1 and 3, and some showed signs of being burned, which aligns with descriptions of sacrificial rituals. Yet, even this evidence is not conclusive. The burning could also be explained by funerary practices, and the high infant mortality rate in ancient times means that many of these deaths could have been natural. The motivations behind such practices, if they did occur, are equally complex. Some scholars suggest that child sacrifice was a desperate measure taken in times of extreme hardship, such as war or famine, to appease the gods and ensure the survival of the community. Others propose that it was a deeply ingrained religious practice, rooted in the belief that offering the most precious gift, a child, would secure divine favor. The Carthaginians, like many ancient cultures, saw their gods as powerful and capricious beings who demanded sacrifices to maintain balance and order. Despite the controversy, what is clear is that the practice, whether real or exaggerated, has left a lasting mark on our understanding of Carthaginian society. It challenges us to grapple with the darker aspects of ancient civilizations and to consider how our interpretations are shaped by the biases of historical sources. The debate over Carthaginian child sacrifice reminds us that history is often a puzzle, with pieces that don't always fit neatly together. As we leave the haunting legacy of Carthage behind, we turn our attention to another marvel of the ancient world, the hidden treasures of Petra. What secrets lie within this ancient city, carved into rose-red cliffs, and how did its advanced water management system sustain a thriving civilization in the heart of the desert? The journey into the mysteries of ancient empires continues as we uncover more stories from the past. Now, as we journey from the haunting rituals of Carthage to the sun-scorched cliffs of Jordan, we find ourselves standing before the breathtaking marvel of Petra. Known as the Rose City for its iconic pink sandstone facades, Petra is a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the ancient Nabateans. But beyond its stunning beauty lies a treasure trove of secrets, hidden tombs, advanced engineering, and a mysterious decline that continues to puzzle historians and archaeologists alike. Petra's most famous landmark, the Treasury or Al-Kosneh, is just the beginning of its wonders. Carved directly into the rock face, this grand structure is believed to have served as a royal tomb, though its exact purpose remains shrouded in mystery. As you venture deeper into the city, you'll discover a labyrinth of tombs, temples, and dwellings, each telling a story of a civilization that thrived in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The Nabateans, a nomadic people turned master traders, transformed Petra into a bustling hub of commerce, connecting the east and west through their vast trade networks. But what truly set Petra apart was its ingenious water management system. In a region where water was scarce, the Nabateans engineered an elaborate network of channels, cisterns, and dams to collect and distribute water throughout the city. This system not only sustained Petra's population, but also allowed it to flourish as a center of trade and culture. The ability to control and conserve water in such an arid landscape was nothing short of revolutionary, and it remains one of the greatest achievements of ancient engineering. Despite its prosperity, Petra's decline is as enigmatic as its rise. By the 7th century, the city had been largely abandoned, leaving behind only whispers of its former glory. Some theories suggest that changes in trade routes, such as the rise of maritime trade, diminished Petra's importance as a commercial hub. Others point to natural disasters, such as earthquakes, which may have damaged the city's infrastructure. There's also the possibility that shifts in political power and the spread of new religions contributed to its downfall. Whatever the cause, Petra's decline serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. Today, Petra stands as a symbol of human ingenuity and the enduring allure of the ancient world. Its hidden tombs and intricate water systems continue to captivate explorers and scholars, offering glimpses into a civilization that mastered the art of survival in the desert. As we uncover the secrets of Petra, we're reminded that the past is not just a collection of ruins, it's a living story, waiting to be discovered. With the mysteries of Petra still echoing in our minds, we now turn to another ancient enigma, the Göbekli Tepe temple complex. What can this prehistoric site, dating back over 10,000 years, tell us about the dawn of human civilization? The journey into the hidden histories of ancient empires continues as we unravel more tales from the shadows of the past. Now, as we step away from the sunlit cliffs of Petra, we find ourselves transported to a site that rewrites the very beginnings of human history, Göbekli Tepe. Nestled in the rolling hills of southeastern Turkey, this ancient temple complex predates Stonehenge by over 6,000 years and the Great Pyramid by a staggering 7,000 years. Dating back to around 9,600 BC, Göbekli Tepe is not just the oldest known temple in the world. It's a mystery that forces us to rethink everything we thought we knew about early human civilization. What makes Göbekli Tepe so extraordinary is not just its age, but the sheer sophistication of its construction. The site consists of massive stone pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons, intricately carved with depictions of animals, abstract symbols, and humanoid figures. These pillars are arranged in circular formations, suggesting a deliberate and highly organized design. But here's the puzzle. This monumental feat of engineering was created by hunter-gatherers, a society we've long assumed lacked the resources, organization, or motivation to build such structures. How did they achieve this, and why? One of the most compelling theories is that Göbekli Tepe served as a spiritual or ritual center, a place where early humans gathered to worship, celebrate, or perhaps even communicate with the divine. The carvings of animals, snakes, foxes, and birds may have held symbolic meaning, representing spirits, deities, or celestial events. Some researchers suggest that the site's alignment with the stars could indicate an early understanding of astronomy, hinting at a level of sophistication far beyond what we've attributed to this era. But Göbekli Tepe doesn't just challenge our understanding of early religion, it upends the timeline of human progress. For decades, the prevailing theory was that the development of agriculture and settled communities came first, paving the way for monumental architecture. Göbekli Tepe flips this narrative on its head. Here, it seems, the construction of a massive temple complex may have been the catalyst for the transition to agriculture and permanent settlements. The need to feed and house the workers and pilgrims who built and maintained the site could have driven the domestication of plants and animals, setting the stage for the rise of civilization as we know it. Yet, despite its groundbreaking significance, Göbekli Tepe remains shrouded in mystery. Why was it deliberately buried around 8000 BC, carefully sealed under layers of earth and rubble? Was it an act of preservation, a ritualistic closure, or something else entirely? And what other secrets lie hidden beneath the soil, waiting to be uncovered? As we stand before the ancient stones of Göbekli Tepe, we're reminded that history is not a straight line, but a web of interconnected stories, each one revealing new layers of human ingenuity and ambition. This enigmatic site challenges us to question our assumptions and embrace the possibility that our ancestors were far more advanced and far more mysterious than we ever imagined. With the echoes of Göbekli Tepe's ancient rituals still lingering, we now turn to another shadowy chapter in the annals of history: the secretive practices of the Druids. What role did these enigmatic figures play in Celtic society? And what hidden knowledge did they possess? The journey into the hidden histories of ancient empires continues as we uncover more secrets from the depths of time. As we leave the ancient stones of Göbekli Tepe behind, our journey now takes us into the misty forests of ancient Europe, where the enigmatic Druids once held sway. These mysterious figures, often depicted as wise priests or spiritual leaders, played a central role in Celtic society, yet much of their knowledge remains shrouded in secrecy. Who were the Druids, and what hidden wisdom did they guard so closely? The Druids were more than just religious leaders. They were the intellectual elite of their time. Serving as judges, teachers, healers, and advisors to kings, they wielded immense influence over Celtic tribes. Their knowledge spanned a wide range of disciplines, from astronomy and natural medicine to law and philosophy. But unlike other ancient scholars, the Druids left no written records of their teachings. Instead, their wisdom was passed down orally, a tradition that ensured their secrets remained closely guarded and accessible only to those deemed worthy. One of the most intriguing aspects of Druidic practice was their deep connection to nature. They believed that the natural world was alive with spirits and divine energy, and their rituals often took place in sacred groves or near ancient trees. The oak in particular held special significance, symbolizing strength and wisdom. It's said that the word Druid itself may derive from the Celtic term for oak knower, highlighting their reverence for this mighty tree. Their ceremonies, tied to the cycles of the moon and the seasons, reflected a profound understanding of the natural world and its rhythms. But the Druids were not just keepers of nature's secrets, they were also masters of the mystical. Ancient sources describe them as possessing the ability to foretell the future, communicate with the gods, and even shape the course of events through their rituals. Some accounts suggest they practiced forms of divination, interpreting the flight of birds or the patterns of smoke to glean insights into the future. Others hint at darker practices, such as human sacrifice, though these claims remain hotly debated among historians. Despite their prominence, much of what we know about the Druids comes from the writings of their Roman conquerors, who viewed them with a mix of fascination and fear. Julius Caesar, for instance, described them as powerful figures who could inspire rebellion and resist Roman rule. Yet, these accounts are often biased, leaving us to wonder how much of the Druids' true nature has been lost or distorted over time. The decline of the Druids began with the Roman conquest of Britain and Gaul, as their sacred groves were destroyed and their practices suppressed. Yet, their legacy endures, woven into the fabric of folklore and modern spiritual movements. Today, the Druids are often romanticized as wise sages or mystical guardians of ancient wisdom, a testament to the enduring allure of their hidden knowledge. As we reflect on the enigmatic world of the Druids, we're reminded of the power of mystery and the human desire to uncover the unknown. Their story invites us to look beyond the surface of history and consider the deeper truths that may lie hidden in the shadows of time. And now, as we move forward, we turn our attention to another shadowy force that shaped the ancient world, the mysterious sea peoples, whose sudden appearance and devastating impact remain one of history's greatest puzzles. Now, as we set sail across the ancient Mediterranean, we encounter one of history's most baffling enigmas, the sea peoples. These shadowy mariners emerged suddenly in the late Bronze Age, leaving a trail of destruction and chaos in their wake. Who were they? Where did they come from? And why did they vanish as mysteriously as they appeared? The answers lie buried beneath layers of time, but their impact on the ancient world is undeniable. The sea peoples first appear in historical records around the 13th century BC, when they launched a series of devastating raids across the eastern Mediterranean. Ancient Egyptian inscriptions, particularly those from the reigns of pharaohs Ramses II and Ramses III, describe them as fierce warriors who attacked coastal cities and even threatened the heart of Egypt itself. These texts depict the sea peoples as a coalition of different groups, each with its own name, such as the Peliset, Shurdan, and Lukka. Yet, despite these names, their true origins remain a mystery. Scholars have long debated where the sea peoples came from. Some theories suggest they were displaced populations fleeing environmental disasters, such as droughts or earthquakes, that destabilized their homelands. Others propose they were seafaring tribes from the Aegean or Anatolia, driven by a desire for plunder and new territories. What is clear is that their arrival coincided with a period of widespread upheaval known as the Bronze Age collapse, a time when many of the great civilizations of the ancient world, including the Hittites, Mycenaeans, and Canaanites, fell into decline or disappeared entirely. The sea people's impact was catastrophic. They sacked cities, disrupted trade routes, and contributed to the collapse of established powers. In Egypt, they were eventually repelled after a series of hard-fought battles, but the cost was immense. The pharaoh's inscriptions boast of victories, but they also reveal the toll these conflicts took on Egyptian society. For other civilizations, the sea people's raids were a death blow. The once mighty Hittite Empire, for example, crumbled under the strain, leaving behind only ruins and fragmented records. Despite their destructive legacy, the sea peoples also played a role in shaping the future. Some scholars believe that certain groups, like the Peliset, eventually settled in the Levant and became the ancestors of the Philistines, a people later mentioned in the Hebrew Bible. This connection hints at a complex legacy, where invaders became settlers, leaving their mark on the cultures they once sought to destroy. Yet, for all we know, much about the sea peoples remains shrouded in mystery. Their language, their beliefs, and even their true identity are lost to history. Were they refugees, pirates, or conquerors? Did they act alone, or were they part of a larger wave of migration and upheaval? These questions continue to intrigue historians and archaeologists, who piece together clues from ancient texts, pottery, and shipwrecks in an effort to unravel the truth. As we reflect on the sea peoples, we're reminded of how fragile even the mightiest civilizations can be. Their story is a testament to the unpredictable forces that shape history, and a reminder that even the most enigmatic figures can leave an indelible mark on the world. And now, as we journey further into the shadows of the past, we turn our attention to another hidden chapter, the ancient cities of the Amazon, where recent discoveries are rewriting our understanding of pre-Columbian societies. Now, as we venture deep into the heart of the Amazon rainforest, we uncover a world long hidden beneath the dense canopy, a world of ancient cities that challenge everything we thought we knew about pre-Columbian societies. For centuries, the Amazon was thought to be a pristine wilderness, untouched by large-scale human civilization. But recent discoveries have shattered that notion, revealing a network of sophisticated settlements with advanced infrastructure, complex societies, and a level of engineering that rivals some of the greatest ancient empires. Using cutting-edge technology like LiDAR, which allows researchers to see through the thick forest cover, archaeologists have uncovered sprawling urban centers, complete with roads, plazas, and even terraced farming systems. These cities, some of which date back more than 1,000 years, were home to tens of thousands of people. They were not isolated villages, but part of a vast interconnected network that spanned the Amazon basin. This discovery rewrites the narrative of the Amazon as a green desert, and instead paints a picture of a region teeming with life, innovation, and cultural richness. One of the most striking features of these ancient cities is their advanced water management systems. In a region known for its heavy rainfall and seasonal flooding, the inhabitants engineered intricate networks of canals, reservoirs, and drainage systems to control water flow and support agriculture. These innovations allowed them to cultivate crops like maize, manioc, and squash on a scale that sustained large populations. The sheer complexity of these systems suggests a deep understanding of hydrology and environmental management, skills that were far ahead of their time. But who were the people who built these cities? While much remains unknown, evidence points to a diverse array of cultures that thrived in the Amazon long before European contact. Pottery, tools, and ceremonial artifacts found at these sites reveal a rich tapestry of traditions, beliefs, and artistic expression. Some researchers believe these societies may have been influenced by or connected to other great civilizations of the Americas, such as the Maya or the Inca, though the exact nature of these connections is still being explored. The decline of these cities is another mystery. Some theories suggest that environmental changes, such as prolonged droughts or soil depletion, may have played a role. Others point to the arrival of European colonizers, who brought disease and violence that decimated indigenous populations. Whatever the cause, the legacy of these ancient Amazonian societies lives on, not only in the ruins they left behind, but also in the knowledge and traditions passed down by their descendants. As we piece together the story of these hidden cities, we gain a deeper appreciation for the ingenuity and resilience of the people who once called the Amazon home. Their achievements remind us that history is full of surprises, and that even the most remote corners of the world hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. And now, as we near the end of our journey through the secret histories of ancient empires, we turn to the final chapter, the often overlooked legacy of the Persian Empire, a civilization whose contributions continue to shape our world today. Now, as we step into the final chapter of our journey through the secret histories of ancient empires, we turn our attention to a civilization whose influence is often overlooked, the Persian Empire. While many are familiar with the grandeur of Rome or the mystique of Egypt, the Persian Empire's contributions to history are equally profound, yet they remain hidden in the shadows of more widely celebrated cultures. Today, we uncover the hidden legacy of this remarkable empire, a legacy that continues to shape our world in ways you might not expect. One of the most enduring achievements of the Persian Empire was its vast and sophisticated road network. Known as the Royal Road, this system stretched over 1,600 miles, connecting the empire's far-flung territories from modern-day Turkey to Iran. These roads were not just pathways for travel, they were lifelines that facilitated trade, communication, and military movement. Couriers could relay messages across the empire in a matter of days, thanks to a network of relay stations where fresh horses and riders were always at the ready. This system was so efficient that it inspired later empires, including the Romans, who adopted similar methods to manage their own sprawling domains. But the Persian Empire's innovations didn't stop at roads. They also pioneered one of the world's first postal systems, a groundbreaking achievement that allowed for the rapid exchange of information across vast distances. Known as the Angarium, this service relied on a network of couriers who carried messages on horseback, ensuring that even the most remote corners of the empire remained connected. This system was not just a logistical marvel, it was a symbol of the empire's unity and its ability to govern such a diverse and expansive territory. Perhaps one of the most striking aspects of the Persian Empire was its policy of cultural tolerance. Unlike many ancient empires that sought to impose their culture on conquered peoples, the Persians embraced diversity. They allowed subject nations to retain their languages, religions, and customs, so long as they paid tribute and remained loyal to the empire. This approach not only fostered stability, but also enriched Persian culture, as ideas, art, and knowledge flowed freely across its borders. The empire became a melting pot of traditions, a place where Zoroastrianism, Judaism, and other faiths coexisted peacefully. Yet, despite these remarkable achievements, the Persian Empire's legacy is often overshadowed by the narratives of its rivals. Why is this the case? Part of the answer lies in the way history is written. The Greeks, who were both adversaries and chroniclers of the Persians, often portrayed them as decadent or tyrannical, a perspective that has influenced Western historical accounts for centuries. But as we peel back the layers of bias, a different picture emerges, one of an empire that was innovative, inclusive, and far ahead of its time. As we reflect on the hidden legacy of the Persian Empire, we are reminded that history is not always what it seems. Behind the stories of conquest and conflict lies a tapestry of human ingenuity, resilience, and cooperation. The Persian Empire's roads, postal system, and cultural tolerance are not just relics of the past. They are enduring lessons in how to build and sustain a diverse and interconnected world. And with that, we conclude our exploration of the 25 secret histories of ancient empires, each one a testament to the boundless creativity and complexity of human civilization. And so, as we bring our journey through the 25 secret histories of ancient empires to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at how these stories reshape our understanding of the past. From the lost knowledge of the Library of Alexandria to the enigmatic purpose of the Great Pyramid, and from the mysterious collapse of the Minoans to the hidden legacy of the Persian Empire, each tale reveals a layer of human history that defies simple explanations. These aren't just stories of forgotten ruins or ancient artifacts. They are windows into the ingenuity, ambition, and complexity of civilizations that once thrived and shaped the world we live in today. What makes these histories so compelling is how they challenge the narratives we've been taught. They remind us that the past is not a static collection of facts, but a living, evolving mystery waiting to be unraveled. Whether it's the advanced engineering of the Antikythera mechanism, the cosmic connections of the Nazca lines, or the cultural tolerance of the Persian Empire, each secret history invites us to question what we think we know and to explore the possibilities of what might have been. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Which of these 25 mysteries captivated you the most? Was it the haunting disappearance of the Roanoke colony, the undeciphered script of the Indus Valley, or perhaps the hidden chambers beneath the Sphinx? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into the unknown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. There are countless more secrets waiting to be uncovered, and we can't wait to explore them with you. Until next time, keep questioning, keep discovering, and remember, history is far stranger and far more fascinating than we often give it credit